No. How's it going, guys? Postmodern Cyril here, bringing you a very, very late whale watching series. As you guys know, this is the series where I bring you, or rather I used to bring you tier 20 gameplay. Unfortunately, it did get a little bit boring over time because I have like plus 10 dragons and nobody really wants to see plus 10 dragons over and over again. Just sweeping tier 20 arena. I'm still in tier 20. That hasn't changed. Probably won't for a very long time. So now instead I'm going to do arena assault, and I'm going to listen to a lot of your suggestions and use units that are at low merges and units that I tend not to use very often. So I hope you guys enjoy that. All right, so this first team is Nana, Lucina, Minerva, and Erica. The highest merges here are, I believe, Erica at +4 and Lucina at +3. Nana is unmerged, and Minerva has not the Wodow refine. She has, I think, the defense refine, and it's just I like to play her more tanky with like some sustain. I sometimes run renewal on her. As you can see, the one I'm using is going to run quick riposte, and that's so that she doubles, because with Fury she's not very fast. So I figured I'd add quick QR to take out some of those armors. And even though the build is far from optimal, it still works out pretty nicely because she still follows the same kind of playstyle that her other builds do, which is kind of slow, heavy hits. You can make her fast, but if she's fast and she's hitting these armors for like no damage, like a wet noodle, there's no point. So some people have been wondering too, like, why my arena gameplay has been missing, and it tends to be because I save it for stream. I figured it was a nice balance because these videos can be a little bit long to record, especially to export. But yeah, I figured not everybody can catch the streams, and I think that was a mistake on my part. So I shouldn't assume that everybody can make it to the streams. I do post them after they're done, but again, no one wants to sit there and watch something that they missed out on. So I brought it back, I guess, and thanks to a survey in my Discord as well. Okay, so Lucina will be trying to square up on the Zelgius. She may or may not succeed. But Nana is really the MVP here, because if you guys, I know a lot of you are HM farming and you have a lot of these units who you're finally going to be able to merge into +10. Congratulations, by the way. You're going to find yourself in Arena Assault taking on units with massive merges, like +10, exclusives, and all these sorts of premium builds. And so you might find your Arena Assault run a lot harder than before. If you're trying to get the highest score. If you're just trying to complete it, you'll probably be okay. So I'm kind of trying to showcase that you don't need super high merge units to take this out. You just need a decent amount of strategy and some decent builds. Like, I have no skill, almost. Like, it's almost not there. And my teams, they don't synergize at all. They don't rely on buffs or tactics or anything. Like here, tactics would have been great, but I don't have them, so I'm just like, whatever. Yeah, like here, +10 Zelgius with Bullfighter Steady Breath is such a common build, but it doesn't matter because healers say, I don't care. They have a sweep weapon and chip damage, so it's pretty awesome. Erica's not doing so hot because that Crom has Panic Ploy. So anybody that we buff with Erica is going to get immediately panic ployed, so we got to watch out for that. Okay, they seem to be kind of clumping up, which is really nice. That Ryoma's a little scary. He's not so bad, but if he creeps up on any of my units, he's going to be too fast for them to take on. Lucina might be able to do well, but I kind of want to save Lucina's HP for Zelgius. Although, Nana seems to take him out. No +10 needed whatsoever. Alright, so we still have +10 Robin, +10 Ryoma, and +10 Christmas Crom taking on my low merge units. So I think we're in the clear because Zelgius was the biggest threat. Black Luna just cuts right through any defenses. Even if it hits Lucina, she'll die. So, and since he's out of the way, the rest of them, we just kind of have to play it a little bit smart. Now Robin has Wind Sweep, or else I would just tank him. So we have to be a little bit careful. I don't want to overuse Nana, but if one healer can take out an entire +10 team at no merge, actually, not even one merge, that would be pretty incredible. Okay, so Nana leaves him with almost no damage, and reposition gets him out of the way. Robin is far from Armor March, so sometimes when you take on these teams, you really just want to make sure that you split them apart, and they're nothing at that. Okay, so Lucina's gonna come in for the kill. Ah, yes. She should be able to handle Ryoma. And she does have a little bit of a buff going. She's not getting panic ployed, thank goodness, because Chrom is way the heck over there. We have Nana with the Restore Plus coming in clutch. Aw, happy Lucina. Okay, she looks so happy when she gets healed. Alrighty, so we just gotta tank this boy. Oh, Ryoma, you used to be so good. Let's see that again. Alright, so now we only have Chrom left, and he won't be too bad. I think he has Vengeful Fighter, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so Vengeful Fighter is gonna like rock our bodies if we're not careful. So my QR on Minerva should do pretty well here. I'm just gonna position her there. Thankfully, Vengeful Fighter's biggest strength is also its weakness, is that it only works if the unit is tanking. So right now we give no Fs. No Fs given, you poor fool. Alright, so proving how good Chrom is. This is the only downside to using low merged units against +10, is that you can't always secure a one-hit KO. And that's fine actually, as long as you're not taking on a Wings of Mercy team. So I'm hoping that the opponents I fight stay in the 742 range. It's definitely not the highest range, but it does showcase just some of the opponents that some of you guys might run into again when you have your +10 teams done from HM farming or lucky pulls. Zelgius, you're gonna see Zelgius so much. And I kind of like the opponent's team though, because they have a mix of like exclusive, but also like not free to play friendly, but definitely accessible. Like Micaiah is hard to get. I mean, it took me forever to get my +10. But Faye and Soleil are totally possible and very solid choices. All right, so my team is gonna be Alm, Lute, Fjorm, and Performing Azura. Lute has one merge, and I think she's plus attack. Alm has one merge, and he's plus speed. It's kind of terrible, because double line, you know, makes him double anyway. Fjorm is +2, +3, I forget which. I probably showed in the video anyway. And then PA Azura is unmerged. And as you can see, all my opponents were +10s. But it, hopefully, with some good maneuvering, it won't really matter. Alright, so Alm is swinging with big damage. So it doesn't really matter. I gave him Quick Impulse so that he would proc Moonbow or Glimmer. I think it's, did I give him Glimmer or Moonbow? I think I gave him Moonbow. Yeah, I gave him QP so that he could proc his special, and hopefully, you know, if he can't secure the KO, he could secure it with his with Moonbow. But it was totally not needed in that match. +10 Micaiah, which I totally respect. I have my own as well. It's nice seeing players of culture out in the world, but she is a little scary on the other team. I don't think we have too much to worry about because Fjorm has a ton of res. So as long as I don't accidentally move my Alm out of range. I'm gonna go ahead and go put him back real fast. Whoops. Alright, that was a complete waste of a turn. But it seems like it went well. Let's see it again. Okay, very nice. Micaiah did do a ton of damage, so we really can't rely on Fjorm to take out Zelgius or Soleil. She might be able to initiate with Iceberg and take one of them out, but she definitely can't tank anymore, which is a little unfortunate. I was kind of counting on her to take out maybe 2 units. Yeah, she still might, but we definitely need to get her out of the way. I don't think Alm is going to do very much against either of them. I know people call him a tank buster, but Zelgius is a little bit tougher than your average tank. No, when I think about, oh, it looks like Fjorm can take out Soleil actually. Oh, thank goodness. Soleil can get really bulky, so it's a little scary. It's not always a guarantee, but Iceberg did a lot. When I think about what to tell people who are finding themselves in arena assault and not really knowing what to do against these +10 teams, I tell them to kind of treat it like a Grand Hero Battle Infernal. If you think about it, there's a lot of similarities. Units have really busted stats. You're fighting them with units that aren't always suited for the matchup. So yeah, I would treat it like that, only like 7 times over, which can be difficult, but not impossible. Definitely not impossible. I'm hoping this video, aside from maybe being a little bit entertaining, I don't probably think it is, but at least gives you guys some hope for your future arena runs. It looks like Luke can one-shot Zelgius thanks to her debuffs. Alright, our third and final match brings us down to 738, which is still a decent score. We'll be staring down a +10 Ryoma. +10 Alencia. Ooh, scary looking build. Fire Sweep Sword seems a little bit better, but I think a midi will proc Gale Force more often, so to each their own. Brave Ike, exciting. With Distant Counter and Irvon, ugh, that doesn't work as nicely as it should. And then Lucina with Distant Counter, just curious. Man, her stats look crazy. With like something like Fury or a different skill, she might look even scarier. All right, so we're gonna be taking them on with my unmerged Young Tiki, my +1 legendary Ephraim, my unmerged Cordelia, and my unmerged Azura. I think I could have probably made better choices with the team composition here, but you could say that about any of the teams I picked, honestly. Okay, so I'm gonna try to like move everybody around, see if I can get Lucina alone. Mostly want to take care of Ryoma and Alencia, since Ryoma is speedy, so if he initiates, he might take out one of my units, and Alencia has always been a little bit scary. She's one of my favorite units too, and I might have used her in place of Young Tiki, but she's +5, which I think is a little too much for this kind of showcase. So I'm trying to keep my highest merges to like 3 and below, just for the sake of like relatability, I guess, accessibility. I think most people should have at least +3s by now. HM farming is unlimited. You don't have to use stamina, you just need to put in the time and you'll get all the feathers you need. Granted, you still need units, but if you're not picky and you go for units that are available at 3 stars and 4 stars, you'll have your plus 10s done a lot sooner. They might not be your favorites, but Arena isn't really about using your favorite units. But it can be. Trying to decide what to do here. I think Ephraim can do some serious damage, but he doesn't secure the KO, like I said earlier. And I don't want to leave him in range of that Brave Ike. If that Brave Ike comes at us, we're pretty much doomed. Okay, so I'm gonna bring Tiki down. See if I can dance and do something with this. I'm not entirely sure if that was a smart play, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know why I'm thinking about initiating with Tiki. She kind of hits like a wet noodle with this build. I know Dark Breath is a thing. I'm sure somebody's gonna comment about it. Go ahead. Tell me about Dark Breath and how good it is. And I'll tell you how I don't give up. Oh gosh. Okay. I'm sure there's a play here. If any elitist is watching, go ahead and type a paragraph about how I could have played this match better. That's always fun to read. It cracks me up when people act like they're authorities on the game, because like nobody can tell you really how to play this game. It's your account, it's your units, play however the heck you want. Play badly, play like me. No, don't play like me. Oh god. So we're almost gonna be swinging twice. Let's see if Moonbow, okay. Moonbow was not enough. And then young Tiki is going to take this Brave Ike pretty well. I thought Bonfire would proc, but I forgot about the additional cooldown from Lightning Breath. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit. And then Ephraim should be able to... Oh no, no, Vantage. Oh, okay, it was not enough. I forgot that Vantage means he can't do his double immediately because he doesn't have Desperation until they make it a seal. It'll be very disturbing if they ever do that. Okay, so Tiki can take out Brave Ike, but that leaves us in range of that Lucina. I've been trying really hard not to use any items during this match, but I might have to, so just heads up, forgive me if I use an item. Granted, this could be a good example of when to use your item. Like, you're only allowed 3 during your 7 matches. I tend not to play as if they're not even there, but you never know. You might find yourself in that situation where you have to use it. So Cordelia was not the greatest pick this time around. I was hoping that she would be able to take out Ryoma or Alencia, but she's not faster than either of them, so she's doing practically nothing except repositioning. But you know, it'll happen. Arena Assault, the way it works is like it doesn't let you really think too carefully about your choices since it's all in one go. And I know a lot of people hate it, but in a way it does add an element of like, it adds a faster pace to the game, and it adds a serious challenge. Like, how are you going to defeat the whales with wet noodles? Like, I look at it that way, and it's exhilarating. That's why I love doing it on stream, even though it's kind of stressful. It can be pretty cool. Ooh, I love Ephraim's animation. I'm not sure how many times he spins that lance. Okay, so luckily we're done with Valencia and Rioma, like I wanted, but we're still stuck with Tiki. Really wish I would have moved Azura out of the way or somewhere else. But the way I have my Azura built is she's kind of flimsy against anything that's not blue. So we can't really do that. So we're just gonna run away and hope that works. Cordelia can't really land a hit on Lucina. So we're gonna have to think about something else here. Ephraim might be able to put a small dent, but his HP at 7 is not gonna do anything for anyone. I don't know why I thought Cordelia could do some more damage here. Really, it's just Brave Lucina. She's the true terror. Has this been my dragon team, this would have been a sweep. But I have to be scared of something like +10 Lucina when I use my wet noodle teams. So yeah, it's kind of fun. Right now I'm a little irritated about it, but in hindsight, I think this is kind of cool because, like, you know, it's fun to play the game and be a little hard pressed at what to do. Like, it is a strategy game, and because it's a mobile game, I think sometimes it downplays the strategy part a lot, or the difficulty. And granted, if you're terrible, as I am at this game, you're gonna run into a lot more trouble. So the game will be challenging. So I guess look at it that way. Trying to see the positives. Because the game can get pretty stale if you have like 7 +10 teams. Like, you're gonna sweep Arena Assault. Granted, I only have one solid +10 team, and a couple of +10 like projects that are mostly for fun, like my Shersha. I was gonna build a Priscilla, but I might back down on that because I realized healers don't need merges to take out +10 units at all. Like you guys saw with Nana. Alrighty, so I think I'm gonna cave and use an item at some point because I just can't. There's no way around this. I kind of boxed myself in here. And, you know, that's okay. It happens to the best of us, really. Chill's trying to see if there's something I can do, but it doesn't look like it. Okay, so I'm gonna move Ephraim up and see if Azura's Wings of Mercy can do something for us. Probably overthinking this, but it shouldn't be that bad. Overthinking kind of goes hand in hand with wet noodle. Okay, so I figure that taking out Brave Ike is just kind of crucial because even if I lose 1 unit to Lucina, I could stand to lose 2 units to Brave Ike. So I'm gonna kind of cut my losses, and sometimes you have to do that in Arena Assault. Focus on losing the least amount of units if you have to, because my Azura can probably take out Lucina. But there's no way that Cordelia, Ephraim, or Azura will be able to take out Brave Ike, even though he's at such low health. Like he'll tank them and probably nuke them back, especially since his cooldown is at 1. Oh, thank goodness. I mean, there's a reason. I don't like tier lists, but there's a reason why Brave Ike is up there. He can be scary. Okay, so I was kind of banking on Tiki dropping low on health here, but she has an HP seal equipped because she has Fury, so I figured she would need the extra HP, but now it kind of backfired. Azura can't Wings of Mercy to Tiki, so we have to find another way over there. I'm reading Flame Sigmund just to see if there's some kind of hidden miracle in it, but I don't think there is. Yeah, we're probably gonna use an item. You know, and that's okay. 2 out of 3 matches with no items I feel is pretty decent, especially if you're trying to average out your items they are a resource available to you while you play. As long as you play this kind of consistently, you should have a decent amount. I think most people don't use them, from what I've heard. They end up using maybe 1 or 2. So, yeah. I think Dancer's Veil would probably be the best here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to see if Ephraim can give a boost to somebody so they can survive Lucina's tank, but I don't think they can. Let's see who they move. Okay, so they move Cordelia. That's pretty good actually, because if it had moved Ephraim, I would have been in a lot of trouble. Like, there's no way that we could tank Lucina with Ephraim, and Ephraim wouldn't have been able to reposition anyone. So I know there's a lot of people out there who kind of champion Cavalry on mixed Emblem teams, but it's really kind of counterintuitive a lot of the time. Unless they're mages, they really can't do as much. I mean, if you're devoted and you're really skilled, it'll probably be fine. But for the average player, I think you're better off with like maybe armor or flyers for mixed Emblem. And like some kind of mix of infantry. That is just my opinion though. Like I said, you can play the game however you want. Alright, so that was 3 kind of intense matches. Hopefully this gives you guys, like I said, some hope. You don't need +10 teams to take on Arena. I don't show the full 7 matches because that would be insane. Hey guys, it's Postmodern Cyril here. Hope you enjoyed that video. Leave a like if you want to support the channel. If you would like to be a part of the Postmodern Cyril community, you can find 2 different places, Twitter or Discord, in the description. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you're a veteran of the channel, continue to support the channel by sharing, liking, commenting, and whatnot. I hope you guys are enjoying the game for what it is and are excited for what's to come. Take care.